Welcome to San Marcos, Texas, home of the Texas State Bobcats, a place widely known as one of the continuously inhabited sites in America, and we expect our crowd to continually inhabit and make their presence known in this game. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Louisiana Ragin Cajuns taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Texas State Bobcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Louisiana's offense will take the first swing of the game. And when you have a quarterback like this guy, the entire offense feeds off of him, David.
Oh, everybody feeds off of his energy, and the whole playbook's open because you can trust on him. He's dependable, Palmer.
He's also one of those guys, if he gets in a good rhythm, watch out. This dude starts firing strikes.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Movement here from the tight end. Comes out throwing on first down. Snags it over the middle. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
Bunch formation trying to spring a guy free. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Grabs it in the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground cover to pick up the first.
Early in the game as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
Quarterback checking off. The aerial assault continues. He hurls one deep down the left side. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Ragin Cajuns.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish the drive with a 64-yard scoring toss. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bobcats offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
Running back goes in motion. Looking downfield, it's Shaw. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Oh, man, that defensive back just hurled himself in there like a lightning bolt to get the quarterback.
And you see the speed, the closing speed to run, chase the quarterback, get him on the ground. That's why he plays defensive back. He looks like a pass rusher here, but you could definitely see he can hit that turbo button.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th down.
They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Coming after him. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
Well, this guy's had all of college football talking after coming away with 3 sacks in his first game, and he already notches his first sack in this one. What a terror he has been.
Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's the advantage right there of having your dime personnel on the field. You got an extra DB. You got an extra guy out there who's really good at covering. So for quarterbacks, you got to be so good and precise with these passes because they've got speed in the back end. They're able to come away with a pick.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Kept it on the ground last time, bringing up a second down. From the gun, the running back has it. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some hole?
He'll take a shot. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone. The Bobcats will try. And they've had to kick it away. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Louisiana has it back, and the Ragin' Cajun offense headed to the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Zings it complete to the right.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Throws to the tight end. Soft spot in the middle. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup. He went for it. He attacked it. Got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
Fires one high and deep. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
Second down coming up. Motion from the offense. He wants to throw it again. Just missed on the connection, incomplete. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He lofts one down the sideline. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. And the Ragin' Cajuns will punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
They'll give it to the back. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And they'll get enough for the 1st down, and that's how things will come to a close here in the 1st quarter. That's going to do it for the quarter, guys. Louisiana has the lead here. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. And the Bobcats are rolling down the field. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He looks that one in nicely. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. Handoff from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Shaw. Trying to get to it. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down. The Bobcats line up to punt it away. Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
Looking at a 2nd and short now. To the ground with the back. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Here comes the option. He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the 1st down. The Raging Cajuns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Power football with the run. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Gets it out quickly. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away.
He'll off one deep down the left side. And it's caught inside the 20. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. They got the explosive play now to finish the deal. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. They're trying to get to it. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Louisiana. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Colorado went scorched earth in a double-digit win that might have been worse had they not sat the starters there in that fourth quarter. Total destruction by the Buffs in a statement win, if there ever was one. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. He's got him wide open. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Slings it. Complete downfield. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas State.
What a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Louisiana has it back, and the Ragin' Cajun offense headed to the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Looking for room at the 40. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Makes his connection. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all of the linebackers, all of the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. And he's got it! Touchdown, Cajuns!
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Back to throw, it's y'all. Wide open downfield. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. The expressway is wide open. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bobcats.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Bringing it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got...
Holds it in on the left. Got a lot of running room. He's at the 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Ragin Cajuns. Number 7. Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what just happened, because that was an absolute busted coverage on the back end. Defense can't keep playing like that.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Makes the grab. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. He wants to throw. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Second down now after the sack. Back to throw, it's Shaw. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Bobcats send out the punt unit. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Timeout, Louisiana. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, it is hard to beat San Marcos when that town is buzzing as it is today. Toughest job inside that stadium right now might just be the scoreboard operator after all those first downs and touchdowns. Big plays have defined this one, thanks to two of the best receiving corps in all of college football. Let's see if these defenses can adjust and make the necessary chess moves.
And the Ragin Cajuns will line up to kick off and start the second half. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second.
And he's still running after the move. Boy, are they loving that huge play. He's got it down to the 9.
What a great play call offensively. Taking the shot, you flip the field, and now you better get those red zone play calls ready and dialed up.
Looking downfield, it's Shaw. He caught it. Touchdown, Texas State. You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Louisiana has it back, and the Ragin' Cajun offense headed to the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown.
Makes the grab on the left side. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. They'll run the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Now on 1st down from the 30. He's going to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there. The Ragin' Cajuns racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Ball hasn't hit the ground a lot for this QB. He's already thrown 4 TD passes. He saw a look, wanted to take another shot, and that time they just fall short with the incompletion. But this defense, they have not had the answer with respect to defending the pass in this game.
And that one had some juice on it, but it's incomplete. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. They want to just keep throwing it. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. And the field goal unit is on the field. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
And here on 1st down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. They'll try the run. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
Wants to throw. It's off. Throws for the tight end. And now Louisiana. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return.
Really nice drive by this offense. This is a top 10 defense. This is a challenge. They're going to make everything difficult. So when you can make some plays against this defense, you got to absolutely take advantage, create some momentum for your squad. Nice drive by this offense.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick-6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure
that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
They finally make the stop at the big run. Is plenty to move those sticks for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. No gain on first down after the incompletion. Now 2nd and 10 from the 40. Give to the running back. Pick up for 5. It'll be 3rd down and 5.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Back to pass, it's Shaw. Fires downfield. He's got an open man. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chain. The Bobcats will snap it on 1st and 10. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Throws to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Oh, the offense just not able to come up with that. You knew that was going to be a bang-bang play, right? They're taking a shot into the end zone. That's going to have to be a contested catch on the back end, but he wasn't able to come up with it because of the hit.
Makes the catch. It's Rice. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. It is perfect. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. Things have been clicking along nicely, Jesse, but they have to make sure they keep it up.
Yeah, they got to wake up. It seems like they've been a bit lackadaisical here the last few drives, maybe as we've seen this lead dwindle a little bit, David. So they need a bit of a spark here to get that mojo back.
Yeah, and you always have the adjustments, and then your opponent adjusts, and now they got to readjust now because this game's getting a little... and they like it.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
Fires to the wideout. Oh, so close to paying off. The tip really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Leaves it with the running back. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. And the Ragin Cajuns will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Using the quick game. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And it's just simple. Simple 1st down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. That's going to do it for the quarter, guys. Louisiana has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. To the air, it's Shaw. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on third down. Fourth down coming up. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And he's got it counted all the way to 55. Never in doubt. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Central Michigan has the lead right now. Mount Pleasant has been jumping all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 12 over Buffalo. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Louisiana has it back, and the Ragin Cajun offense headed to the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Oh, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Looking to pass on second down. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Looking for more room. Touchdown, Bobcats. How about that D coming up with a play like that? This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender. Seeing that ball in the end zone. Your eyes get big as saucers. Go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Finds his big tight end. Good, solid pickup on that one, and they've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. And on that last play, he's now over 400 yards passing.
Well, Reese, if you're going to throw for over 400 bills, you got to spread the praise around. Up front, they've done an outstanding job protecting this quarterback, and his receivers have been winning one-on-one.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a first down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type. Enough there to keep the chains moving.
The Ragin Cajuns are moving quickly down the field. A quick pass on the jet motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. You saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
He's going to throw deep right side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. And the Ragin' Cajuns decide to punt it away. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. You kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. From the gun, the running back looking for room.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
Looking for a man, it's all. Gets it out fast. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. And the Bobcats come to the line in the hurry-up.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
On the play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. He finds his man. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
And I tell you what, when you stick these fast suckers in the slot, they don't have to be big. But you get those guys that are so quick in the slot, they can get great matchups, and I can get the ball to them quick because they're such dynamic playmakers.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And it's right down the boulevard.
All field goals are not created equal, guys. Kicks in the 4th quarter to take the lead. They just seem to carry so much more weight. So give that young man credit for getting out there and knocking that thing through the uprights. With all of the pressure, with all the eyeballs on him, he delivered.
Louisiana has it back, and the Ragin' Cajun offense headed to the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Quarterback checking the play. Wants to throw on first down. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
Yeah, these scenarios are talked about during practice. You want the quarterback to get rid of the ball so you're not wasting time. You're down. You really got to get up to the line of scrimmage fast now. Throw the football away so I can stop the clock and be in a better position to succeed.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. He's stopped short, and they'll turn it over. What a huge stand by this defense. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. And they come out with a field goal lead. Defense just got to stop now to capitalize, David.
Yeah, keep the momentum going, right? Defense did a great job. They held serve, got you the football back, Jesse. Let's go get some points.
And I'm curious to see how they're going to do this. Are they going to be aggressive after the defense got the stop and take a shot, or are they going to try to be more conservative here and bleed the clock?
Handoff to the single running back. And they'll knock him down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. The toss sweep to the right. He's able to fight his way for a couple of yards, but it'll be 4th down and 3. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. He is stopped short, and isn't that going to make things interesting?
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run. And you saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back.
He lobs one high down the left side. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
Well, the defense finally showing some life there. It's been tough sledding, too, because this offense has been lighting them up through the air. But a nice individual effort that time, forcing the incompletion.
He's going to pass on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. The freshman quarterback very fortunate for that one to fall incomplete. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Well, points weren't the issue, guys, but they couldn't string together enough stops to get the victory.
Yeah, good news, bad news scenario, I guess. Good news is you're going to score. This offense looks like they can be explosive and they can light up the scoreboard. Bad news, though, David, they've got a lot to clean up on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and welcome to college football nowadays, right? This is how it works, a ton of points. Defenses learn as you go, but you got to get better. You got to force some turnovers, create those negative plays. Just can't give up so many points.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.